What is Jimmy Wanjigi's game plan for 2022? He has already announced that he's going to run for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya in 2022. And he has identified ODM party as his party of choice. And he has announced clearly that he's going to face Raila Odinga for the ODM ticket. What we know for sure is that ODM party invited those who are interested in contesting for the presidency on its ticket to apply. When that application closed, only 2 individuals applied. The Kakamega governor, Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, and the Mombasa governor, Governor Ali Hassan Joho. Even Raila Odinga didn't apply. But do you think Jimmy Wanjigi can outweigh Raila Odinga in ODM party to bag the ticket? I don't think so. Which begs the question, what is Jimmy Wanjigi's game plan for 2022? I want us to do a critical analysis of Jimmy Wanjigi's entry into 2022 general election or presidential election. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue to thank you guys for your continued support. Now, let us get back to business. Who is Jimmy Wanjigi? Jimmy Wanjigi is one of the billionaires in this country. In the last election, it is claimed that he was one of the major funders of the ODM party. And he has announced that this time around, instead of sponsoring or supporting someone, he's going to go for the seat by himself. Jimmy Wanjigi is a son of a politician, which means politics runs in his veins. Again, being a billionaire means Jimmy Wanjigi has been participating in politics means that Jimmy Wanjigi has been participating in politics, but from the background. In fact, Jimmy Wanjigi told Kenyans that Jubilee government of President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Ruto were actually formed in his bedroom. But why do you think Jimmy Wanjigi is running for the presidency of the Republic of Kenya? Well, it's clear he doesn't have a chance. What is his objective? What is his game plan? Yesterday, Jimmy Wanjigi met with ODM leadership from Nairobi. Specifically, he met with the Luo leaders. And where he was seated, I observed that one of the individuals sitting next to him is actually Jekonea. Jekonea is a guy known to me personally. He is the ODM chairperson for Kibera. And his presence at that meeting actually confirms to me that Jimmy Wanjigi's entry into the presidential race is not about being a presidential candidate in ODM ticket. So what are his objectives? The first objective, in my view, is that Jimmy Wanjigi is positioning himself to be Raila Odinga's running mate in 2022. Jimmy Wanjigi is a Kikuyu, comes from Uranga. There is a strong feeling that if Raila Odinga can get a credible Kikuyu as a running mate, then he can easily get the support of the Kikuyu nation. That thinking believes that without the canvas through Kalonzo Musyoka, the Wiper leader, and without the support of Musalia Mudavadi of ANC, then Raila Odinga needed a running mate from the Kikuyu nation to help fill in the void caused by the departure of those 2 gentlemen. So there's a strong feeling within Raila's camp that a Kikuyu should be his running mate. Jimmy Wanjigi, having participated in Raila Odinga's politics, is the best bet. Because so far, who can be Raila Odinga's running mate from Kikuyu nation? there is Anne Waiguru. She fits. She's a woman. She has a name. We all know Anne Waiguru, a governor, one of the few women governors we have in this country. Who else? There's Peter Kenneth. Peter Kenneth started on a high note with the support of the Uranga billionaires. Is he making good progress? I don't think so. Who else? There is Peter Munya. Again, Peter Munya can make a good running mate to Raila Odinga. He comes from Meru. If he will be Raila Odinga's running mate, it means the Meru are likely to separate from the Kikuyus if they will not support Raila Odinga. And Raila Odinga needs those votes. There's also Justin Muturi, who has declared that he's running for the presidency. But again, Justin Muturi's game plan is not very clear, whether it's President Uhuru Kenyatta's person or whether he's William Ruto's person. So Jimi Wanjigi is hoping that by declaring that he's going to run under ODM party will give him advantage over the other candidates. So that's the first thing. Number two, which in my considered opinion has more weight, is that Jimi Wanjigi could be preparing for the Nairobi gubernatorial seat in 2022. As we speak today, Mike Mbuvi Sonko, who was the governor for Nairobi, is out of office. We don't have a governor. The person we have is the deputy governor, Anne Kananu. Can Anne Kananu be trusted to deliver the seat in 2022? I don't think so. The truth of the matter is that in 2022, the seat of Nairobi is going to be negotiated on a table. The people of Central Kenya, the lawyers, the Luos, the Kalenjins, other tribes, the seat of Nairobi will have to be negotiated. It will be on a table. Do you think the Kikuyu nation will accept to be out of government without a president? They are not the running mate, and they are not the governor for Nairobi. They can't allow that. So I look at Jimi Wanjigi's entry into Nairobi's politics from that perspective, that this is a guy who wants to become the governor for Nairobi, but he has to raise his stakes so high, so that when negotiations come up, he will be told that now someone is going to be the running mate, but you can land the Nairobi gubernatorial seat, which in my view is something good for Jimi Wanjigi. Jimi Wanjigi, being a successful businessman, can actually make a good governor for Nairobi. Number three, I think it could also be a strategy, and I've seen this happening severally. I've seen so many people declaring that they are interested in seats, while in real sense, what they are doing is that they want to be on the negotiating table. He will contest. Raila Odinga is going to defeat him. Then he will be there with a name, having traversed the entire country campaigning. What will happen is that a team is likely to be formed. He will be part of that team. When a new government takes over, he will be considered for appointment. Chances are a cabinet secretary, a very powerful cabinet secretary. So that could also be his strategy. He wants to be on the negotiating table. He can only be that if he declares his interest for the presidency. You remember the case of Joe Nyaga in 2007. Number four, the Uranga factor. There's a strong feeling by Uranga people that they should be able to produce a running mate. So far, how many people from Uranga have expressed interest either for the presidency or running mate? I only remember one guy, Peter Kenneth. But where is Peter Kenneth of late, by the way? That gives Jimi Wanjigi a chance, because Jimi Wanjigi also comes from Uranga. He's also a billionaire. So that Uranga factor is also favoring him. So that if the people of Uranga will not be given the running mate, they'll not be given the Nairobi governor, then someone like Jimmy Wanjigi will easily land cabinet appointment. And lastly, is business. Jimmy Wanjigi is a businessman, a billionaire. Mega tenders. It is alleged that the fallout between Jimmy Wanjigi and President Uhuru Kenyatta was as a result of the SGR. These are guys who do business with government. We know that for the past, since 2013, he fell out with President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy. So it's been in the cold. No major government tender. By declaring that he's going to run, and indeed he's going to run because he has the money, it's not likely to succeed, then he's going to take a low profile and say, I'm going back to business. So Raila Odinga, ukichukua hii kiti, consider me. So when the next government will be formed, the Minister for Finance will be appointed. During budget preparation, that's when these big guys put their interest. So if it's SGR from Kisumu to Malaba, his interest will be there. If it's Watdam, his interest will be there. I don't know what you think, but that's my take on Jimmy Wanjigi's entry into Nairobi politics. Bye-bye.